guys, so we're outside. It's finally clear for a change. Hallelujah. And this is what my face actually looks like during times where I really don't feel like doing my makeup. But and yes, you can see all my lovely vehicles in the background. But anyways, we are going to be doing something a wee bit different. It is now gardening season. Yay. And there's little bumblebees around here. So I'm going to try and do my flowers in the front yard for them. Because as you can tell behind me, my trees and stuff have started to bloom, which is awesome. So I got to do all my hanging pots and stuff down there. But so yeah, I figured that'd be really nice and something a little bit different, and hopefully y'all like this. So I don't know, I'm gonna try it and see what happens. Plus it's kind of new for me to vlog like this. I've never vlogged like this. So I'm trying to get ready because when we go to the Renaissance Fair, I want to vlog a lot more. So, and yes, I keep watching the bees because I'm allergic to bees, so they can just mosey on away, you know, somewhere. They can be here, but just away from here. But anyway, so yes, this is part of my outside of my house. We live in the absolute middle of nowhere. So I'm just going to take y'all through the day of me pretty much planting a whole bunch of stuff that I got yesterday. Okay, so I just went to go get the flowers out of the bed of my truck, and there is a little spider just kind of hanging out up under here. And if anybody on this channel knows how much I do not like spiders, I'm not gonna kill him. I guess I'm gonna have to wait him out. He's like he's under here, and I really don't want to touch him. But anyways, here is everything that I got yesterday. So that is what we're going to be planting today, if I can get to it. So that is what I think. It's some petunias, and what is the other thing? I forgot what I got yesterday. Plus I got to get to them before the sun hurts them. So I got some snapdragons. I've never had snapdragons before, so they're just really cute and they're different. And then what else did we get? I got these, I think, for my hanging pots. They're the purple coral bells. There we go. So yes, that is what we are going to be attempting to plant as soon as I can get to them. So yeah, I will meet y'all back when I get ready to hopefully have everything set up. See, here's the little bumblebee bee, one of them anyways. They're carpenter bees, and they're all over my porch. So yes, this is what we are going to be contending with, because there's that guy, and then, well, he just flew off. There was another one that they were kind of fighting for a minute, but yeah, he's just kind of hanging there. So yes, the first bumblebee that we have were the little carpenter bees. There he is. See? Yep. And there they go. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be putting up with on my front porch today. And then they're back. Okay. So yeah, we're going to have fun with the bees and the plants. Okay, so we finally have, I think, everything set up. See, I have my little umbrella, and we have a little blanket down, so whenever I get tired, but mainly just to keep the camera out of the sun, which y'all can see in my sunglasses, but oh well. I use my cell phone for my camera. You know, I'm doing this on a low budget, as most people that's just starting out. Anyways, I have everything set up, and yes, you can see our poor departed tree behind us. But anyways, so I'm just going to piddle around in the garden just a little bit, and then I'll probably come back and share some little information about our soil and stuff, and like some of my little gardening tips that I use. But for the most part, I'm going to start planting stuff. Yay! I love planting things. Doing a gardening vlog.
Playing it?
You get in town more. You know it's gonna be in the internet for everybody, right? Okay.
You can put that on there, are you?
Yeah. Oh, you did it! You jumped in front of the camera. Okay, so now that I can actually sit down and talk, since y'all been watching me ramble around and you've seen my father and my doggy. But anyways, the reason that I mainly use Miracle Grow is because our soil, one, we used to live on like old plantation stuff, so our soil is basically clay because all the, I can't remember if this was tobacco or cotton, either way, all the nutrients in out of the soil, so it looks pretty much like red mud. Now, for our garden in the back, we put coffee and we put coffee to put the nitrogen back into the soil, so that helps. It's a really good natural fertilizer pretty much, and to help it grow. And I think we put Epsom salt to put some more nutrients back in it, and then depending on which section of soil we're doing, we'll even put ground up eggshells in it to put some calcium back into the soil, so it makes everything all nice and big. As my zucchini plants last year, they overtook everything. It was insane. So there's that. That's a few little, if you didn't know that, that's a few little hints that we have to do just because we live in the South. We live in South Carolina. There was a lot of, cotton, tobacco farms, things like that. Even still around, there's mainly corn, soybean, and cotton is the three things that are around us, but our soil is still affected by that, so we do have to do certain things to treat it. There's one guy up the road, poor man, he has sand all in his garden, so he has to do so many things to that. But anyways, I'm going to show you some of the cute stuff that I got for the garden this year. It's so cute. But aside from the plants that I got. But anyways, okay. Look at these little things. It's a little strawberry house. It's so cute with this little mushroom chimney. It's so cute. I got this from the Dollar Tree. They're really stepping up their like miniature game here, like for their garden and stuff. And then of course, I had to get the little gnomes. I didn't have any last year. I had all my fairy stuff out with no little figures. So I was like, I gotta fix that this year. And then they had this one. It's so cute. Look at that. Look at how adorable that is. And then I just got another little. Had to get another little gnome. Just set out. Invite all the little fairies and gnomes to help my garden grow, if you believe in that sort of thing. Let's keep a little mystery and magic in our lives. Do you believe in fairies? Well, I have to, since I made a fairy costume for a friend, and she was pink and sparkly, so I kind of have to believe in fairies for that one. But and then I got these cute. I don't like mushrooms, but I love the little ceramic mushrooms. Again, got these from the Dollar Tree. They're really stepping up their game for like their gardening stuff. That's where most of my pots come from too. Is the Dollar Tree. But look at the little mushrooms. They're so cute. I figure I can set them around, because I don't bury anything in the ground in the front yard, just because we live on a hill, so it will erode. Even my mulch, I have to go back and replace my mulch just because of the way our ground is, and we have moles everywhere. I really don't want to have to fight the moles to keep my plants, so I just go ahead and put them in pots, eliminate the whole thing. So that is what we're going to be decorating the garden with. Now let's move on to the fun part and get our hands dirty. Let's get our hands dirty. Trying to organize everything. Because I want to put the two biggest plants by the front door, which is these really pretty petunia plants that I have got to get into a pot, because they are, unfortunately, they are passing away if I don't. So I got to get them in bigger pots here. So bring those a little bit. Plus these need full sun, so my front porch pretty much, except for a little bit in the morning, it stays in full sun. So that's where these are going. And I do have a few little remnants from last year's plants in here, but not many. So let's just take care of that. And one thing you do want to do, just as a little side note here, one thing you want to make sure whenever you have a bunch of plants in pots is every now and again, I don't know if y'all can really see that, they'll get bacteria that will form into the soil depending on what's left in there over the winter, and that can really kill your plants. So make sure you dig through it. You can reuse the soil, but just make sure you really dig through it and dig all of that out. If not, your plants will not survive. I just noticed y'all can't see what I'm doing. There. Got all my soil in here. So let's just make a nice little home for the petunia plant. Alrighty. First plant of the season. Woohoo, here we go. And be careful when you extract these because you want to make sure you don't tear any of the roots. And one thing I do like to do is you want to break, just kind of press on these a little bit to break up the roots a little bit without tearing them. Because they are really compact in there. And there is our first flower of the season. Yay! Fireworks everywhere, trumpet music playing. Woohoo! We did it! First one of the season. Yay! And let's move on to our next one. Now, as you can tell in this one, I do have some remnants left over from last year. But I think what I'm going to do is just go ahead and dig these little guys out and put them in a different pot because I do want to put my big pink petunias in here because I think these were either blue or red from last year. So we're going to dig those out real quick and we're going to do it so we don't, really tear up the plant. See, now all I'm doing is I'm just going to loosen the soil around the plant with my hand. I don't want to use the big, the trowel. I don't want to use the trowel because I don't want to risk tearing the roots. So I'm trying to get as close as I possibly can to the actual plant and then dig my hands deep into the soil so we can pull those out without tearing them up too terribly much. Because I want to save these guys. And there we go. We got a nice big root bundle with all the roots hanging down. So we want to save that and we're going to put that in a different pot. But for now, set it over there. Okay, now we can use our trowel in our pot to make sure we get any bacteria that might be in here all that out. Alrighty, and there is our second plant of the season. Woohoo! We've done this. Now from here, it's probably going to be a whole bunch of y'all watching me put pots and y'all watching me put plants in pots. There we go. Pots and plants. Whoa, where's my brain? Alright, so as y'all can see, it is majorly done, and it did take a good bit of work to get it to this point, although I am going to have to put some more mulch down in here because most of mine kind of washed away out of all that rain that we've been having. But let's take a little tour right quick. Okay, so as y'all just saw, I have my nice little fairy set up here with our little flag and our gnome, and it says welcome you to the garden. And then of course I have some bricks mapping out the border of my little area, and then all of our plants that we just potted, except for a few that still are empty that I gotta get more plants for. But then over here I have another little gnome and a little house with our plants, and then our little little froggies that are curious and watching everything under the bush that I kind of mutilated a little bit. It needs to be smaller, but I don't feel like fooling with it. So, but then over here, going up the steps to the house, we have all of our nice plants that we just did. So all I got left to do really is water these and then just wait until I can get more stuff. There we go. And you didn't see the blue iris plant, which is over here in the corner. That's a blue iris, but it's already blooming. I've had that for about 2 years now, so that's pretty good in the pot. You know, I need to break it up, but other than that, it does pretty good. So there we have it. That is everything that we did today. Okay guys, so hopefully y'all enjoyed this break from our usual Monday videos. I figured it'd be fun to do like a little gardening vlog. I'm going to cut, like I have a lot of footage, but I'm probably going to cut it down and fast forward through most of it since it is me putting plants in pots, and I really don't think y'all want to sit there for that whole thing. But you know, hopefully this gives you some little tips of what you could probably plant in your summer pots or your summer garden, if depending on if you can put yours in the ground. Me, I cannot, because like I said, our soil is so, I wouldn't, it's not bad. I mean, it is good if we work with it. It takes a lot to actually work with our soil because of everything that has been done to it in the past by farmers and stuff. Since we, you know, like I said, I am in South Carolina, so our soil is basically clay because it's had most of the nutrients sucked out of it. And in some places there, it's pretty much all sand. Like in Lexington, my aunt's front yard, her entire front yard is made out of sand. So this just because that's the beach went all the way up. It used to, like, what was it? Couple thousand years ago, million years ago, something like that. It came all the way up this far inland, so that's why we still have some things left over from all that, but we make it work. We deal with it. We figure out ways around it. As you can tell, I have more like a mulch raised pot garden kind of thing on my front yard. But anyways, I hope y'all like this kind of video. You know, it was just, mainly it was fun for me. I hope it was fun for y'all. If y'all like this, then of course give me a nice big thumbs up and let me know what y'all plan to plant in the comments down below. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, because hopefully during the summer I can do a lot more videos like this, or at least videos outside. I know I have a few of us actually going and doing stuff, and you might be able to see more of Freya, because everybody loves Freya. They like her better than me. I don't blame them, because she's cute and fluffy. So and plus I want to try and get Jake out too, so maybe I'll be able to see him with me outside a little bit. Other than that, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope y'all have a lovely Monday. I hope this helps you brighten up your Monday a little bit if you are stuck at work or stuck inside avoiding everything. And I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much, guys. Bye.